you can see, they are going through the track right now, and this is the hardest part of the track, and they have to go through the first and second turn, and then the SS, the combination of the SS, and also a very fast long straight back there, and of course the world famous 1-3 OR corner. That will be something interesting for us to see here in Suzuka.
We'll have plenty of opportunity to go through, as Kurogi, who did well on this circuit last year, 2013, the first time that the Asia Dream Cup was able to come here. They only raced half the circuit there. This time it's the full circuit. Rusty from Singapore, 9th on the grid. Aditya Pangestu Hanafi from Indonesia on 10th, and the two ties, Kiatisak and Pasawat, in 12th and 11th respectively. Sarath Kumar, Tadachi and Shaul Irvin Daniel from Sri Lanka, they complete the starting 15 on the grid. Li Cheng didn't qualify, but he will get a time of 2:55.201.
You have to look at Haris Farhan, his teammate, and Sujamori, not forgetting Retoku Kurogi. He didn't do well in the qualifying, but I bet that he will do something in the race, starting from 7th on the grid.
We are off on the Asia Dream Cup, race number 1 here at Suzuka. And once again, it is Karalit Mpawi who's got a good, solid start. He's got a good line coming into this, the first curve position. All important, and Karalit Mpawi leads down the slope and leads into the first bend.
Well, this is very important for all the riders to go to the first turn and then the second turn, and now to the S curve. Yes, to go through here without any incident, and then to really, balance the bike well, to go through these SS before going to the Gankyu Bang corner and up to the Dunlop.
1-2 is Karalit Mpawi, Mohammed Harith Farhan with Mori sitting in 3rd, so the pole positions are being maintained throughout this start as they come up the slope around the back of the main grandstand, and then that's that long left turn before they head out into the country. So it is Karalit Mpawi leading the way, Harith Farhan 2nd, Mori in 3rd. This lap 1 of 7 laps of the Asia Dream Cup, race number 1.
Okay, 7 laps to go, and then as we can see now, they're still close to each other, early part of the race, but we have Karalit Mpawi battling hard with his teammate Ahmad Harith Farhan. So I expect that Farhan or Harith Farhan will give him something, as you can see now.
Harith Farhan has actually just gone past Karalit Mpawi on the hairpin as they are heading out towards the countryside. There's a little chicane here before they head into the spoon, so it is Karalit Mpawi in 2nd place behind Harith Farhan. You do get in Asia Dream Cup an awful lot of changes of lead, and that's absolutely to be expected. In fact, what's unexpected is the distance between 1st and 2nd here, as Karalit Mpawi goes back into 1st place.
It goes back to 1st place after the 200 corner, and this is the spoon curve going to the back straight, and we have already have a front group, because this time they are going the whole track, not like last year when they raced in only half of the track. In fact, they did 3 tracks here in Suzuka, but they are going in the full track, and the front group, and it's number 5. Right now, number 5.
Nagoi has come from the pack to take the lead. He's taken real advantage of that long straight as he goes around the infamous first corner. He will be approaching this chicane in 1st place, so Nagoye leads. 2nd is Kurogi, and the Japanese riders have come from the pack to take 1-2 at the end of lap number 2.
Yes, we watched just now, the very last chicane. They are going down to 1st gear over there, so that is the most critical part on the track, and you can see now Karalit Mpawi now moving very fast, side by side with two riders in front, Nagoye and Kurogi. Kurogi is there as well, one of the riders, and the problem Sarath Kumar, that is Sarath Kumar.
Sarath Kumar is out, so Kurogi was leading over at the end of lap number 2. Nagoye 2nd, Karalit Mpawi keeping in close contact in 3rd place, Harith Farhan, and the Chinese Taipei rider Chuang An Yu in 5th position, with Rusty from Singapore in 6th as we come up the S-curve, and it's still Nagoye. Karalit Mpawi has got himself into 2nd place now, and those two have dominated this championship for this whole season. We're on lap 3 of 7, so it's Nagoye from Karalit and Harith Farhan 3rd, and Kurogi has dropped down to 4th.
Well, we are expecting that the Japanese rider will do well here in Suzuka because they know the track better than any other riders. But now we have number 7 in front is Haris Farhan now. After for the moment, we have Nagui leading the race, but then back to number 7, Haris Farhan in front.
And those 4 are actually taking us away, and Farhan and Karolidam, they look to have the whip hand when it comes to the technical part of the track, and the Japanese seem to have the straight line speed when it comes to the pacey part of the track down the west curve. As we head out into the countryside, once again, Kurogi leads. Harith Farhan has actually taken him as they go through the chicane. He's number 7 leads. Kurogi is in 2nd, Nagoi 3rd, Karolidam Pawi in 4th, and as usual, 4 are leading the way as they come now towards the spoon corner.
As Kurogi, indeed, he wants to do well here. It is his hometown, Suzuka, and he also was the champion of the 250R Cup here in Japan. So now we do have Karol Idampawi and Haris Farhan battling in front. They're still in a huge group, and well, we have around 5 or 6 riders that are now battling for first place.
This time it's Harith Farhan who will lead into the corner, but he's just been clipped. It is actually Kurogi who's gone out. 2 of them have gone out. Kurogi is out and Arsyad Rusty are out, and there is no way back for those 2. We can see Kurogi, he's up into the corner, but he's just clipped him pretty badly there. So Kurogi is out, and also out is Sunya Mori. So the 2 Japanese taking each other out.
Well, too bad for Kurogi. He was doing quite well before that crash, and he took his compatriot out as well. So 2 of the Japanese riders out of the race. So now we have only Tepe Nagoi in front there.
Nagoi it is who leads. 5 laps to go. Asia Dream Cup. It's again Nagoi versus Karolidam Pawi. As usual, those 2 are the top 2, but Mohammed Harith is giving this a real go today. 2 Malaysians in 2nd and 3rd respectively, but Nagoi is leading through the S-curve as they head up the hill. And just behind you've got Andy Farid Izdihar, who's just quietly kept his nose clean. He's kept out of trouble, and as the 2 Japanese took each other out, then Andy Farid has taken advantage. He's the man up into 4th place. In fact, Sumit Lux has come into that little group of leading riders as well.
So without Kurogi and Mori, Nagoi is alone in front there for the Japanese team. Then we have now pushing hard behind is Karol Idampawi. Well, this is what Karol Idampawi do best. He will follow the rider in front before making his move. And looking at the corner, yeah, this is Karol Idampawi. Wow, that is not something not easy to do. Overtaking the last at the chicane.
He leads through the chicane as they come around the sharp right, and they're just about to head into the spoon corner. That's the 200 on. That's where Karol Idampawi, he's lost it quite a few times there. Nagoi has got the ability to get past Karol Idampawi on that spoon curve. And not only Nagoi, but also Harith Farhan went past him.
Once again, the balance of the bike is important. The rider has to be comfortable with the bike, so that they can maneuver the bike well, especially in the corners and the S's. So I think right now that we have Harith Farhan and Nagoi is really feeling good with their bike, because they are using an identical bike. So it's up to the rider now how they will ride on the track.
We saw there Chang An Yu also involved in that little group, and they're bunching up as they go through the final chicane into the final straight. At the moment it's Nagoi who leads the way. Perfect balance as they come down the hill over the finish line at the end of lap number 3. 4 laps now to go. It is Harith who leads from Nagoi. Karol Idampawi trailing in 3rd place. Sumit Lux, Topo in 4th, Changwan 5th, and Arsyad Rusty, who mistakenly called in a crash before, he is in 6th. And Andy Farid, is in 7th, and this, as usual, for this class, it's a really tight race, Harmy.
Well, we have fastest time, fastest lap so far is 2 minutes 45.198 seconds by two riders, Haris Farhan and Tepe Nagowi. So they are on identical best lap time yet so far in this race. And Kawai Dampawi 2 minutes 45.485. So not much difference between these top three riders. As you can see now, they're overtaking each other. So we have three in front. And now this Haris Farhan leading, Tepe Nagowi. So it's really up to their own strategy how they will go about this till the end of the race. And as I said before, they're using identical bikes, so the setup of the bike is of course different from rider to one another, and also this suspension setup for them. So who has the best setup, best balance will win the race.
Okay, we're seeing a challenge from the Indian Sumilok's Topo. He's on bike number 3. He's in that little group. This is arguably his best ride of the season so far, as Haris Farhan leads us through the chicane. Nagoe second, Caroline Dampawi third. Topo is in close contention in 4th place. He's actually trying to make a move down the inside of Caroline Dampawi, as we've got another casualty here. So there is Trang An Yu. And Topo's in that little group as well, as they keep changing the lead. They come round that long left hand, the spoon corner, and they're heading down towards this long west stretch, and then we hit that famous 130R. Top speed here, fourth gear.
Okay, now we started to have 5 riders now in a gap between them and the second group, number 14, Adran Lee and Andy Farid. Did quite well in the Antapolis 3 weeks ago. And this is between them now back number 14, and it's really hard to stretch out or to go far in front of the other riders because of the last chicane.
Well, Andy Farid has actually got himself into real contention. Andy Farid will lead going over the line. So Farid leads from Nagoe. Carol Idam in 3rd place, point 177 down. Changan Yu 4th, Haris Farhan 5th, Rusty 6th. I'm afraid Topo has dropped off the pace a little bit, but Nagoe has responded. So Nagoe now leads from Andy Farid, and this race is now just winding up as we come into 3 laps to go round the first curve and into the S-bend.
Well, it's interesting to see that, as you said, Andy Farid now briefly leading the race, and he said the fastest time 44.116 seconds. He's the first rider to dip below 2 minutes 45 seconds. But it's already now Andy Farid down to 3rd with Carol Idam, and number 7 Haris Farhan back leading the race.
Well, Carol Dampawi has actually overtaken Nagoe, but Nagoe looks like he's going to make a move as they come up the hill and out towards the countryside. Nagoe's got the inside line, and Nagoe has actually retaken the lead from Carol Dampawi. And then coming through, Carol Dampawi, 3 abreast.
Yes.
And is that Harith who's down? It is. It's bike number 7, Mohammed Haris Farhan, who just got too close. It was too congested coming into that corner.
Well, yeah, the track is quite wide, so they have a different racing line for the riders. And if we saw just now that Haris Farhan, he was caught as in between the 2 riders here from the we have I think it is Karim Dampawi who's getting from the inside of Haris Farhan, and he can't control the bike, so it's pity for Haris Farhan. He's doing pretty well here in race 1.
Well, it is Carol Dampawi who leads. This is Andy Farid, who's kept out of danger as well, and he's applying the pressure, is Andy Farid. Yeah, bike number 8, Changan Yu from Chinese Taipei, currently in 3rd place. I'm wondering what's happened to Nagoe. He's dropped off a little bit. He's in that little group of just a little bit behind, but Andy Farid and Carol Dampawi are leading the way.
I suspect that the tire for Nagoe, because that he did scratch his bike at the early part of the race. Now he's back there. We have the number 5 behind them, because of now you see that the track is getting drier and the grip is getting better for the riders who saved the tire early on, and I think that's what Andy Farid did.
As they come into the chicane, it's Caroline Pawi leading from Zhang Anyu from Chinese Taipei, Andy Farid from Indonesia in third place. Coming down the hill, the leading five do not include Tepe Nagoi. He's in sixth and has got an awful lot of work to do. Zhang Anyu takes the lead from Carol Idampawi with 2 laps to go. And we're looking for Nagoi, but he's a long way distant back in sixth place. He's been dropped from this leading five.
Well, it's not in the front group, Nagoi. Yeah, I think he lost the grip on his tire, and now it's up to the top 5 riders, and especially Andy Farid that we saw him. He did 44.11 seconds. That's the fastest time so far. So we still have 2 laps to go, and the gap between them is so far.
It is Caroline Pawi who is leading the way, and he's accelerating up the hill through the S-turns. And he really is beginning to show his class. 5 wins out of 6 races so far this season. Fastest lap of 2:45.84. That was his last lap. And he's just turned on the pressure at this crucial stage. It's the Chinese Taipei, Chuang Anyu, who's second, Andy Farid third. But he's certainly exploded away from the rest of the field.
Yes, it's good for Karo Idampawi. He's going for his 6th win out of 7 races. And it's going so well for him this year. Back home in Malaysia, also he's leading his category in the Malaysian Cup Prix. So it is all now on Karo Idampawi for him to win the race here.
This is the battle for third, and we're seeing Arsyad Rusty from Singapore involved in this battle for a podium place for the first time this season. Arsyad Rusty wearing 14, Aditya Pangestu 11. They're very much in that battle, just behind Andy Farid. It's Caroline Pawi who's leading the way. Anyu second, but that battle for third at the moment, Andy Farid. Let's see what Arsyad Rusty can do.
Well, Caroline Pawi just set to be 45.084 seconds. That's the fastest for him. And he's getting, you can see that the gap now between Caroline and Chuan Anyu. Now, I think it's around 1 second between him and Chuan Anyu. So he's now getting faster in front, Chuan Anyu and Andy Farid battling for a 2nd place.
Well, Andy Farid has actually taken Chang Anyu in 2nd place as they come round the speedy 130R. And next they just have to slam on the brakes, and as they approach the chicane, as you say, 2nd or 1st gear for these guys. Caroline Pawi does it very impressively. Andy Farid is 2nd as we come into the final lap, and it's a familiar position for Malaysia's Carol Idampawi, leading going into the last lap.
Let's see the gap now with Carol Idampawi at 0.9 seconds, almost a second in front of Andy Farid. Now the real battle now is for the 2nd place between these top 3 riders. It's bike number 4, Andy Farid, bike number 8, Chuan Anyu, and bike number 11, Aditya Pangestu.
What I can tell you though is Tepe Nagoi has made a move from 6th to 5th, so he's just attaching himself onto the back of that little group there. Nagoi will be looking to try to get at least a podium place, because otherwise the distance between him and Caroline Idampawi at the top of the championship standings will be too much. But Caroline Idampawi, a familiar sight. Everybody else is just tasting his exhaust. He leads from Andy Farid, Chang Anyu 3rd, and Nagoi is really making it go. He's in 5th at the moment and just got through on the inside. Look at this from Tepe Nagoi, number 5. He's now up to 4th place. We are into the final half of this 5.8 kilometre lap, but Caroline Idampawi leads the way. Andy Farid 2nd. Let's look at what Nagoi can do.
Well, I was about to say that you're going to have for the first time in ADC the top 3 riders on the podium. None of them are Japanese riders, but now watch out for Tepe Nagoi. He's climbing up now in 4th position.
But Caroline Idampawi is charging away as he comes around the hairpin, and Nagoi was trying to be very aggressive on Chang Anyu. Chang Anyu just holds him up, but Nagoi got up into 3rd place temporarily. He's really giving this everything as the Japanese.
Now we saw just now that Nagoi is trying to get from the inside of Chuan Anyu, but he's not going to let that happen now. And still Chuan Anyu still in 2nd place.
So Chang Anyu 2nd, Nagoi's up to 3rd, and what move will Nagoi make? We're looking at the race for P2. Tepe Nagoi in bike number 5. He's the man chasing. That's Caroline Mpawi, who's way distant. Nagoi trying to get into second. Nagoi makes his move as they come onto this last lap. They're on the west stretch. Can Nagoi get through? Indeed he has. He's up into second place.
This is getting interesting. The battle for second place between the top 4 riders, and Nagoi now leading, and I'm very sure that he wants to be there, to be on the podium here in Suzuka.
It's a brilliant fight back on this final lap from Nagoi. Caroline Mpawi is leading the way. Nagoi leads into the chicane in second place, but it's Malaysia's Caroline Mpawi who's to make it 6 wins out of 7. Phenomenal. Coming behind him though, Tepe Nagoi has somehow got himself a second spot. Caroline Mpawi leads it. Nagoi second, 1:1:20 down. Andy Farid third, Chuangan Yu fourth, Aditya Pangetstu fifth, and Singapore's Arsia Drusti sixth. A fantastic performance from Caroline Mpawi, but terrific from Nagoi in that last lap. As we see there, Gyatsuk, he's crashing out and looks to be in a little bit of pain, but no pain for the leader of the Asia Dream Cup, Carol Idam Mpawi.
Well, what more we can say about Carol Idam Mpawi? 16-year-old rider from Malaysia. This is incident for Kyatisak from Thailand.
Confirmation, Caroline Mpawi, Nagoi, Andy Farid, Chuangan Yu, Aditya, and for Singapore's Arsyad, a terrific result for him. Remember, you can catch up facebook.com/Asia Road Racing. We're also on Twitter and the website asiaroadracing.com. Plenty of information and background about all these young riders. Prizes for today being handed out by Mr. Fujikake Shinya, the manager of Tokai Maroriko Lubricant Section, Idemitsu Kosan Company Limited.
In third place, from Indonesia, Andy Farid.
There's Mr. Shinya. And as we obviously speak about Caroline, but your thoughts on Nagoi as well. We'll see the highlights in a moment, but your thoughts on Tepe Nagoi's performance, Army?
Well, he did quite well in the last part of the race when we thought that we thought that Nagoi he was losing out in the race, and he was out of the top 5 at that time, and he is Caroline Mpawi with his 6th win for the season. And then, but the later part of the race, we saw how Nagoi climbed back and how he managed to beat one by one of the riders and to be second on the podium. I'm pretty sure that he's going to be very happy with his podium.
Thank you, Mr. Fujikara.